When they mean by stock location, stock mounts of shocks, pretty much has to be almost like factory. There's not many modifications we're allowed to do in this class compared to a late model. If this car rolls off the factory, it has to be pretty much, so the shock mount and the spring mount and everything has to be in the same location as it was to be off the factory. Parts are interchangeable, but they have to be factory mount compared to a late model that's probably 90%. You know, the street stock is probably not as much time consuming as a modified or a late model or anything like that, but it is time consuming. I built this car from scratch, which was a pretty penny. I try to work on it as much as I can. You know, the expense it's expensive. It costs money. Like if, you know, like for instance, last year I blew a rear, and then the year before that I blew another rear, and then that's not cheap. The rear end is not cheap. I've noticed that. So I had to buy 2 rear ends within 2 years. So the shocks, we could run racing shocks, racing springs. They have to be in the same location as the factory. We could run these racing rims, different offsets. Offset is the, you know, the depth of the rim, of how much the rim sticks out from the bolt flat part of the rim. Same thing in the back, spring shocks, pretty much it. Can't do much with the street stock. So these are the type of springs that we could put in. These come from factory. Well, these are almost similar to factory. It might vary from height. You could get different heights of springs, different rates. So in this division, you know, our ride height rule is 5 inches from the chassis to the ground. So, you know, in order to get that, you want to obviously maybe put a shorter spring or different rates. There's a stock spindle. This comes from factory. This is what we got to run. This is just a spare, and you know, pretty much factory. That's what it is. A spindle is what the wheel runs on. The wheel, there's a bearing that goes on here with a rotor. The brake caliper, this is what your steering hooks up to. There's a ball joint here, a ball joint here for the upper control arm, the lower control arm. This is for your steering, and this is what really steers the car right here. That's pretty much what goes on. Little tricks of the trade, I'm guessing, you know, little hints that you could do with stock setup.
What's your feelings?
I have no words. I'm just so excited right now. This has been a long time coming. A lot of work has been put into this car. That's it. I don't know. I'm gonna drink tonight, that's it.
Well, I certainly hope you enjoy it. There's no feeling quite like the first win. Give it up, folks, one more time in the street stocks, Dennis Kurras.